How you doing?
Good. How are you doing, man?
Thanks for joining me this Sunday afternoon.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Where are you? In your gym? Home gym?
Yeah. Yep. In the garage right now. Just getting away from the chaos and stuff in the house.
Is that where you do most of your training?
Half of my training. So pretty much every morning session, I go to a local affiliate here and then kind of save everything I can do in the garage for the afternoon.
Okay, got it. Isn't it cool that like this incredible high level of fitness to be the best in the world can be attained with such minimal gear and in your garage fundamentally?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
And it's
it
super
speaks to the
convenient as well.
methodology. Yeah, it's wild.
hmm
What affiliate do you go to?
CrossFit Gadget is what it's called. It's like 10 minutes away from my house. Works out
Okay.
pretty well.
And they let you do your own thing in the corner or something?
Yeah. So there's like a 2 hour gap between classes from like 10 to noon. So I just kind of get in there and do what I can, and then go in the corner if I have some accessory stuff while class is going.
Do they any of the coaches involved with you or any of the part of your team?
Yeah, so actually I have on Monday I have a coach join me, and then I have on Friday I have another coach join me. So they kind of jump in when they can, and every once in a while on Saturday. So I'll get training partners here and there, which is pretty sweet.
When they join you, what do you ask them to do? What do you have them looking for? Do you actually want them to like work with you on technique, work with you on intensity, just give you feedback?
Oh shoot, it's pretty much just get a workout in and lifting. So
Okay.
they'll join me in my workout, and we'll like kind of scale, or I'll give them suggestions. They
Yeah.
kind of know what they're doing. I mean, they're coaches there. And then when we're lifting, I'm definitely giving them some tips here and there.
You've been in the community for a while. Did you own an affiliate or were you a coach
No.
before getting into? Okay.
I coached a little bit before, but really it's been a really long time since I've coached. I have my L1 and stuff, but I really haven't coached in quite a while.
So what was your first games?
2016.
Okay. And then
Mhm.
you were here in the Aromas games. You were here for 20.
Yeah. Yeah. hmm
And was that your highest placing?
Yeah. Second in 2020. Yeah. Yep, it was.
Okay. And then after that, you missed the next year, right? Or the year
Yes,
after
sir.
that?
It was the
And
next year I missed.
and then the following 2 years, you made it back?
Yeah. And then, so in 2022, I got fourth, and then 23 this past year, I honestly don't remember. I think it was 15th or 16th, somewhere in there.
Got it.
Yep.
So you've been at it for a while now.
Yeah. Long time.
Still enjoying it? Still
Oh,
having
yeah.
fun?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I wouldn't be doing it, man, if I wasn't.
Yeah. Is this your full
90% of it's fun.
time? Yeah, exactly. Is this your full-time gig?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna
What
keep rolling with it as long as I can.
who's programming or what programming are you following? Your own or are you with one of the camps?
I'm with Hard Work Pays Off right now.
Okay.
I've been with them for quite a while. Yeah.
Who else is with them?
We have Brooke Wells is with them, Jason Hopper, Victor
Okay.
Hoffer. I think those are the ones that made the games. I'm sure I'm missing somebody and I feel bad, but those are the ones that made the games.
Are you guys do you have a camp coming up where you're all getting together, or are you going out to Vermont, or is there anything before the games that you're doing?
So I think they are putting together a camp. I'm staying home. I kind of like just be in my flow, especially the 2 months leading up to the games, kind of just like really buckle down and put work in. But I believe they are putting together a camp, and I think people are going. I know people have good success going to camps and kind of like pushing each other, but I kind of like just be in my own space and be around the family, you know?
When will you head out to Texas?
We're still talking about it. It's honestly, it'll probably be like the Saturday before. So really not too much time in advance, but that's the plan right now.
When you're at the games, do you how much do you mingle with the other athletes, or do you at all take like I was talking to a rookie this year and I asked, or earlier today, someone who's gonna be a rookie to the games, and I was asking him like who else he knows in the field, and basically he doesn't know anybody.
Yeah.
And like so I like those guys coming to the, and you were this once, you were coming to the games at one point not knowing many people.
Mhm.
For your journey, did you feel like anybody kind of took you under their wing or gave you guidance, or did you feel like there's just too much tension for that?
Shoot, it's a good question. I feel like the first couple years it was kind of like on my own. Like I didn't really talk to too many people, but that might also just be me. I was pretty quiet, and I'm trying to be locked in while I'm competing. But I would say the last like 3 years, I definitely like talked to everybody I'm competing with. Like I talked to Brant, I talked to Pat, because we're just OGs and we kind of know like what's going on. We're like, yeah, we're hurting pretty bad. Like, yeah, this is sore, and we're not scared to tell each other it.
Yeah, it's interesting because whenever, especially at the games, whenever I ask people how they're feeling, they never give me anything. They're always like, "Fine, we're good, we're okay."
Yeah, I used to definitely be like that. Like, I mean, I still am like that. I'm like, yeah, I'll hide it. Yeah, I'm feeling great. But if it's Pat or Brant, I'll be like, yeah, I'm hurting pretty good. But so are they.
What are you, 28?
Yeah, I'm 28. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay, because those two, Pat and Brent, they're in their early 30s, both of them, right?
I believe so. Yes, I think so.
That they're entering this phase where that's not the norm, being in your 30s and competing at the games, and more as the years go on and the field becomes more competitive. It'll be, I think, harder and harder to do that because there's a lot of young guys coming up, especially guys who started CrossFitting like when they're 13, 14, and they have this amazing foundation underneath them.
Exactly. I mean, it's pretty impressive what they're doing. I honestly don't know how old they are. I know they're in their 30s, but they're still killing it.
Yeah, so, they're crushing it. I'm amazed every year how well those two are doing. Yeah.
Yeah, you always think maybe they're going to start falling off, but nope. Mm-hmm.
Yep, right there at the top. How'd you do in your semifinal?
I did well. Nothing went absolutely amazing, but nothing went terrible. I got 5th, so good enough. And
of those events, which one did you like the most?
Man, that's a good question. Truthfully, I liked the first event. It was kind of fun. I mean, fun. It was hard, but fun. I liked the run. It was pretty hard going up the stairs. Yeah. I wish we did run the berm. That would have been fun, but too many people complained about it or something. I wasn't one of them.
I don't think it was about the people complaining about it. More so as a function of logistics. If we would have ran the berm, we would have had to have changed the time cap, I think, too much. Or if we didn't change the time cap, look at how many people time capped.
Yeah, that's true.
If we would have had the berm, it would have been like very few would have finished it. And that one is really tough if there's a lot of people on the field and you hit a time cap. Because
fair enough.
How do you rank them?
Fair enough. I was gonna say it'd have been
but it's tough. So
yeah, that'd have been a fun challenge to try to finish going over the berm. Do you know how long it would have been then if we did the berm?
I think it would have. I'm gonna guess it would add probably 3 to 4 minutes to the whole thing, at least, maybe more.
Yeah,
because you think it was at least 100 meters extra.
Yeah,
and a stiff 100 meters, not like a 20 or 30 second 100 meters, like a.
We're going upstairs.
Yeah, a stiff additional time.
Mm-hmm.
What do you not want to see at the games? What do you like? What do you think? Like, what do you think? And I asked someone else this. I asked Travis, I think. Like, what's something dumb you saw us do? Not dumb, but what's something you didn't like?
Ah, geez, I don't want to answer this, man.
Here's the thing: the ship has sailed. Like, we're pretty much
okay.
I mean, even if you said, like, I didn't like that workout you made, Dave, or like, you know what I mean?
Truthfully, the only thing I ever did not like was the ring handstand push-ups. Mostly because doing a muscle up into them. Only for me that was scary because I was never comfortable on the rings and then having to flip upside down, and I was a rookie that year.
Yeah,
I wouldn't be scared of doing it now, but I think there's a little. Just remember that was a little scary to me.
That and it was up there, man. You guys were suspended, and
it
was
even coming down too. Even after you're done with your rep and you didn't fail, you had to kind of figure out how to. You can't just fly down and you're going to fly on your back. You had to kind of come through the right way.
That was actually the second time we had ring handstand push-ups at the game. The first time we did it. It was early in Madison. We did it up against the wall with low rings.
Yeah, 2011, right? I think
so. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that one, even so, the year we did it with you in 16. I mean, as you know, you went through it. It was a challenge. It was a challenge to judge. Not necessarily a challenge to do. Most of you could do it, but it was a challenge to There was some issues with it, and that might be why we haven't seen it again. Yeah. But I think it's a really good movement. It's really good for training for sure. Yeah. I think we could probably bring it back eventually.
Yeah, bring it back. I can do them just fine now. I'm not scared, but
exactly. What city are you in again, or what?
Mount Vernon, Washington.
Okay, so how far are
Mhm.
you from Cole?
He lives in Spokane. I want to say about 6 hours away,
Okay,
somewhere around there.
yeah.
Mhm.
So anyone else up in that area? Oh,
Um,
Justin's in the Northwest, but
yeah,
he's not.
Justin. He's like 4 hours away. You know, Mitchell Stevenson. He made the games in 2018. He's about like an hour away from me, so he's pretty close.
Trista Smith's near you, or in the Washington Northwest?
Yeah, somewhere close to Justin, I think, as well.
Yeah. Okay. Well, before we hop, do you have any questions for me, or any thoughts, or anything you want to share?
Nah, man. Nah, I'm excited. I'm
You're,
excited.
you're, you're a man of few words. I like it.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm excited to
Unless
see.
you want
What
to
was
give me
that?
some tips. You want to give me some tips?
What are
What
your
should I be working on?
What are your thoughts on cycling?
Like bicycle cycling?
Like their inclusion in the games.
No, I think it's a good test. I think
Okay.
a lot of people like you go through the season and people might neglect it a little bit, because it's kind of hard to just hop on a bike depending on where you're living. And I think it kind of shows who puts in work on everything, kind of like swimming, kind of.
What are your thoughts on swimming?
Fine with it. Let's do it.
Yeah. Yeah. How often do you swim right now?
Uh, so throughout the whole season, I don't really swim much. The 2 months leading up to the games, I swim once a week. I'm
Did you go?
comfortable with swimming and I'm good at swimming, so I don't train it too much throughout the year.
Did you swim in high school or anything?
No, mm-mm.
Okay. What was your high school deal? What'd you play or
I
do?
did cross country,
Oh,
which
no.
was like, let's see, like 70 pounds ago, so I don't run near as well.
My daughter's a freshman, or she just finished her freshman year, and she's running cross country and track. And I'll tell you what, the
Oh, sweet.
cross country kids, that sport is incredible. The mental resiliency and toughness it builds, like
Oh, dude.
those guys going for 20 minutes, fucking balls to the wall.
Yeah,
It's really impressive. I actually think, like we're seeing with you now, for a transition sport, like CrossFit's perfect. I for just the overall fitness and mental toughness, I think those kids then
yeah,
further down the road looking for something else, CrossFit's a great sport for them.
yeah. I know when I've talked to people about it, I'm like, cross country, I would say, is just as hard, if not harder. But also the fact is, you're a 16-year-old and you just come out way too hot, and then
Yeah.
you come out hot in the first mile, and you're just like surviving the last two. And you would think you'd learn after a little bit, but at least for me, no, didn't learn.
Awesome. All right,
Yep,
Samuel. Well, thanks a lot. Appreciate the time. And
definitely.
I'll see you in a few weeks.
All right, perfect. See you
Awesome.
then.
See ya.
See ya.